Have you ever seen the eyes of a wolf? In the boundless darkness, it circles you, its hungry gaze sweeping over every inch of your skin, gnawing, seizing, and tearing you apart. Who are you? Let me go. Some CEO, probably drugged, had lost all control. He pinned her down, breathless and frantic. I want... And just like that, the memory from 5 years ago vanished. The famous hacker, Arya An, stood on a rooftop, lost in thought. A voice called from her earpiece, Mommy, Mommy, can you hear me? Arya clutched her head. Why am I suddenly thinking about what happened 5 years ago? I hear you. I'm all set up on my end. How about you? The Aurora gem being auctioned tonight was left behind by Grandma. I'm ready for this fun treasure hunt. That's my boy, just follow the plan. Whoa, what a cool opening. But we'll have to see if this story is more action or comedy. At the auction, thank you to all our distinguished guests for attending this auction hosted by the Quan Group. Now, without further ado, let's reveal tonight's main event, the Aurora gem. Just then, Arya gave the signal. It's time! Her son, hearing the command, immediately flipped the main breaker, plunging the entire hall into darkness. What's going on? Why did the power go out? I didn't even get to see the Aurora gem. Everyone, please remain calm. We have a backup power source. Our staff is investigating the issue. A minute later, the hall was brightly lit again, but the Aurora gem was no longer on the stage. What do we do? Call the police. The gem is gone. Arya had successfully snagged the jewel. Sweetheart, you did great. You know what to do next, right? Lock down all the exits. Don't let a single suspicious person get away. Her son, Pudding, spoke into his comms. Mommy, just walk straight out through the main lobby. Don't worry about a thing. I'll wait for you by my high-end electric scooter. If you can't get out, just say you got separated from me. I'll tell the security guard to take me to a police officer, and I'll wait for you to come get me. Arya praised her son's cleverness. Let's move! Pudding was thrilled. He never expected a treasure hunt to be so easy. Time to race home and meet up with Mommy. He was in a cheerful mood when a voice startled him from behind. Hey, kid! What are you doing in the electrical room? He turned around and saw a CEO type exuding an aura of pure power. Busted! But wait, why does this uncle look exactly like me? The CEO's assistant rushed over. Young master, we finally found you. CEO Quan has been looking everywhere for you. If he couldn't find you, he was about to have this whole hotel dismantled. Please come back with him. Pudding was stunned. Huh? What? Young master? CEO Quan said, Liam, come here. Pudding was confused. What's a Liam? My name is Pudding. And I'm not a dog. I'm not just going to come when you call. The thought had barely crossed his mind before he was running over, calling out Dad like a cute little puppy. With tears welling in his eyes, Pudding launched into a brilliant performance. Daddy, I didn't mean to cut the power. Please don't be mad. I was wrong. He silently recalled his mom's advice. Mommy always said that at critical moments, you have to know who to cling to. From the looks of it, this uncle is the most powerful person here, and since he's mistaking me for his son, I should just play along. The assistant pleaded, CEO Quan, it was just a power outage. He's only a child. Please don't hit him. CEO Quan scooped his son up. Next time, just let the bodyguards handle this kind of thing. You don't need to get your own hands dirty, understand? Yes, Dad. The assistant froze, completely bewildered. So that's what he was worried about? CEO Quan really knew how to raise a child. Making trouble isn't wrong, but you can't do it yourself. One dared to teach, and the other dared to learn. Just then, an employee ran up. CEO Quan, we have a problem. The Aurora gem from the auction has vanished. Meanwhile, on the rooftop, Arya had made her escape. Heck yeah, that was awesome. Why does robbing a place feel as cool as doing something righteous? Ha ha, everything went smoothly. I hacked all the cameras, they'll never trace it back to us. As she was celebrating her success, a voice called out, Hey, huh? Am I caught? She spun around, startled. Liam said, Where did you just pop out from? Are you a ghost? Arya saw the little boy and mistook him for her son. Pudding. Why didn't he follow the plan? Why did he act on his own? Hey, kiddo, what are you doing? It's me, your mom, popping up like a ghost. You scared the daylights out of me. You were supposed to leave through the main entrance. Were you worried about me? Aw, your super smart and adorable mommy can handle anything. What if you'd slipped and fallen running all the way up here? Liam was confused. Mommy? Could this lady be the woman that Grandma arranged for my father? She looks like the type who would sneak into a strange man's room late at night, get tossed aside, bring ruin to her family, then master some secret skill to return for revenge. And in the end, her vengeance is complete and she walks away with the 3 great prizes, love, a career, and a cute kid. Grandma has very unique taste. The sound of police sirens grew louder. Secure the scene! Check every corner! Arya panicked. Crap, the police are here. No more time to waste. Sweetheart, let's get out of here. Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Are you scared? Don't worry, Mommy's here. She gave him a quick kiss on the cheek. Okay, honey, hold on tight to Mommy. Liam mumbled. Wait, hold on. In a flash, the two were sliding down a rope, escaping the scene. Hold on, Pudding. Liam was still reeling. This lady actually dared to kiss me. How audacious. Although, it didn't feel too bad. They were making a cool descent when the rope started to feel strained. Oh no, the plan didn't account for Pudding's weight. The rope is overloaded. Just then, the rope snapped with a loud twang. We're screwed! Liam quickly calculated. Based on gravitational acceleration and the angle of impact, the probability of injury is 100%. The probability that a physically fit male officer running at 4 ms can reach this location is within 2 minutes. The probability that this lady can call for an ambulance is close to 0. At that moment, Arya twisted her body, using her own back to shield Liam from the shattering window. Huh? What? Seeing her lying on the floor, coughing, Liam asked worriedly, Hey, are you okay? Mommy's fine, Pudding, don't worry. I just need to rest for a bit. Liam examined her. A hard impact could cause spinal or even internal organ damage. You can't just rest it off. You think you can fool a kid like me? A person needs to know their limits. You shouldn't be doing dangerous things like this if you don't have the skills. Whoa, when did my son get so smart? Really, Mommy's okay, Liam thought to himself. This woman is so clueless. I wonder what will happen if she finds out her real son is missing. Fine, I'll pretend to be her son for now, just to keep her happy. It's not like I like you or anything. Liam took her hand. Let's go home. Meanwhile, Pudding had been taken home by CEO Kwan. Oh my god, so much delicious food. If I could take some of this home to Mommy, she would be over the moon. CEO Kwan said, If you like this dish, I'll have the kitchen make it for you every day. Suddenly, his assistant reported, CEO Kwan, the cameras at the auction house were hacked, as was the security system. It seems we're dealing with an expert. We haven't found a single trace. So you're saying you don't even know if the suspect is male or female? That's correct. My apologies, sir. Pudding was pleased. My mommy is a genius. Of course you can't find her. I need to figure out a way to escape and get back to her. But this guy in front of me is a top international CEO, the man who holds the economic lifeblood of Viridian City, a billionaire heartthrob from a family that thousands of girls dream of marrying into, the king of the business world. This uncle is handsome and rich. I have to trick him into becoming Mommy's husband. Heh. A little later, Caden was in the shower thinking about the auction, the Aurora gem and a hacker who left no trace. What's the connection? He'd acquired the gem by chance. Maybe it was time to investigate its origins. After his shower, he saw his son on the laptop. Liam? Why isn't he trying to get into my bedroom or snoop through my personal things? What's gotten into him today? Pudding was looking at stocks. Haha, this stock looks promising. I've already found a husband, now I just need to make some money for Mommy. After all, what's his is ours now. He was busy scheming when Caden asked, Liam, what are you doing? Pudding jumped, his face puffing up like a dumpling in fright. Helping you look at stocks. But I thought you didn't know anything about stocks. I've gotten a little interested lately. Kids have to learn if they don't understand something, right? Pudding said, staring up at his dad with an innocent expression. Caden sighed and tossed his son into his room. All right, fine. Go to sleep. Phew. Pudding's heart was pounding. That was close. I almost got caught. I need to get back to Mommy fast. Caden returned to his room and called his assistant. Mr. Tran, schedule a DNA test for me tomorrow. Also, recheck the security footage from all key areas where Liam appeared at the venue, and have someone check on our side as well. He pinched the bridge of his nose. I must be overworked lately. How could I mistake my own son? My eyes must be going bad. At Arya's apartment. Her eyesight is just as bad. Pudding, sweetie, you watch some TV while Mommy makes you a grand feast. Liam sat up straight, prim and proper. Very well. Arya felt a strange sense of unease. Something feels off. She looked at what her son was wearing. Weird. It was a limited edition, high-end, custom-tailored Italian suit. Liam, why did your clothes change? Liam replied, Some kid at the auction hall traded with me. Don't you think it's a little late to be asking? If I'd been swapped out, you probably wouldn't have even noticed. Of course not, hee. My pudding has the cutest, most unique face in the whole world. If you were swapped, Mommy would have known instantly. The only reason I didn't notice your clothes was because all my attention was focused on you, my love. Now, you just sit tight while Mommy whips up your feast. Liam could only sigh in defeat. He glanced at a large diamond on the small old table, then at the messy clutter around the TV, and winced. A moment later, Arya emerged with 2 bowls of instant noodles. What's wrong, sweetie? Why all the sighs? Liam said flatly, So this is what being poor is like. The word poor landed on Arya's head like a heavy stone. Haha, honey, why don't we eat our noodles first? Liam stared at the bowl of noodles with a single egg in it, speechless. This is the grand feast you were talking about? Arya felt another boulder of pressure land on top of the poor stone. Uh, yes. Just then, a news report about the Quan Group's stolen Aurora gem came on the TV. Liam looked down at the table. Isn't that the Aurora gem? She's not just poor, she's a thief. And this was the first time Dad ever put that gem up for auction. He must be furious that it's gone. So, you're dead meat, lady. As he was thinking, Arya plopped the egg into his mouth. Hey, you little rascal! Have you been secretly reading those trashy CEO comics while I was sleeping? Hurry up and eat. What are you learning trying to act like a little CEO? No future in that. Open wide. Liam took a few bites and his face turned pale. Easy there, lady. He was used to gourmet food. The instant noodles were already making his stomach churn in protest. Soon enough, Liam was camped out in the bathroom. Pudding, are you okay? Don't sit on the toilet for too long, you'll get hemorrhoids. Liam had never been in such a situation before. Woman, you are so dead. Soon after, mother and son were out shopping. Pudding, what do you want to eat? Should mommy get you your favorite fried chicken? You shouldn't eat greasy food after having diarrhea. We should have something light. Is that right? Okay, plain porridge it is then. Liam sighed. So this is the kind of life that other kid has been living? How pitiful. Meanwhile, Pudding, miles away, sneezed. Is someone talking about me? As they were walking, they heard a commotion. I think your store is trying to drive customers away. Arya recognized one of the employees as her friend Chloe. Right. She works here. Is she dealing with a difficult customer? She glanced over at the customer and froze. It was Isabella White and Sean. Isabella shouted, "This really is a job anyone can do, neglecting a customer just for a bit of commission." Arya was speechless. Talk about a small world. 5 years ago, her mother had kindly taken in Maya Zhao and her daughter Isabella, but they had repaid that kindness with betrayal. Maya seduced her father, Adrian White, and was responsible for her mother's death. As for Isabella, she had drugged Arya and set her up with a strange man right after her engagement, destroying her reputation. At the time, Arya had run to her fiancé, Sean, hoping for help. But all their vows had crumbled in the face of lies. It was utterly laughable. Liam glanced over. Why does this lady suddenly look so serious? It seems like that employee is her friend. So who's the shrew making a scene? Based on their expressions, something bad must have happened between them. Hey, are you okay? Mommy's fine. I'm not the broke, helpless girl I was 5 years ago, she thought. Isabella said haughtily. What? You want me to pay? Do you want me to file a complaint? I haven't even demanded you compensate me for my emotional distress yet. Chloe replied. Miss White, you can check the security camera. I never even touched you, so how could my fingernail have scratched you? I hope you will take responsibility and compensate us for the damaged bracelet. The crowd murmured. Good grief, she broke someone's property and wants them to pay her instead? She's clearly trying to scam them. Isabella, furious, advanced on the employee. You're Chloe, right? Where's your manager? Get them out here. But before she could do anything, a hand grabbed her wrist, stopping her. Who the hell is sticking their nose in my business? It was Arya. It's been a few years. I see your face has gotten a lot thicker, Isabella. Isabella's face went pale when she saw her. Arya. Impossible. I stabbed her to death 5 years ago. Why is she here? Arya said, Don't be so shocked. I came back to drag you to hell with me, my dear little sister. You filthy thing. Chloe rushed over. Arya, are you okay? I can't believe my bad luck running into them today. It's fine. Don't be scared. I'll handle this. Sean hurried over as well. Arya, it really is you. You're back? This is wonderful. Arya said coldly. I'm sorry, we don't know each other. But Arya, Isabella snapped. Sean, don't you forget that you're my fiancé now, not hers. She slept with some random man, came home pregnant, and was disowned by her own father. What right does she have to speak here? And you're friends with this salesgirl, Chloe? Birds of a feather flock together. The crowd gossiped. She looked so innocent, but she did something shameful like sleeping with another man. Then the employees at this store must be no good either. Chloe yelled, Shut up! What do you people know? How dare you say that? Suddenly, a jewelry box was thrown to the ground with a crash, shattering its contents and cutting Isabella's leg. It hurts. Arya was stunned. Pudding, did you throw that box? Liam shouted. You think you can bully anyone you want, lady? Isabella, enraged, raised her hand to slap Liam. Where did this uneducated little bastard come from? But before her hand could connect, Arya slapped her hard across the face. Are you worthy of disciplining my son? Before Isabella could react, Arya's demeanor suddenly shifted to one of weakness and vulnerability. That's right, I'm a single mother. The boy's father died in a car crash. Somewhere, CEO Kwan is thinking, I'm still alive, you know? Then, Arya unleashed an Oscar-worthy performance. We're just a widow and an orphan. Does that mean we deserve to be bullied by people like you? This world is so cruel. Isabella was baffled. What are you crying about? If I remember correctly, you were the one who hit me, and you hit me hard. The onlookers were just as confused. Wait, what's going on? One moment, Arya had clearly slapped Isabella. But now, all they saw was Isabella as the aggressive one with her claws out, while Arya looked small, pitiful, and weak. Oh, that girl is so vicious. How could she say that to a mother and her child? Did a dog eat your conscience? I've never seen someone so shameless. You should slap yourself. Arya smirked internally. You used public opinion to crush me back then. Did you ever think this day would come? One shouldn't be too arrogant or karma will come for you. Liam agreed. That's right, loser. Isabella kept pointing. Enough! The bracelet was only $20,000. I'll pay for it, fine. But you have to pay too. Your son threw another bracelet in front of everyone. Don't think you can scam me. Arya laughed. It's just a bracelet. If my son broke it, of course I'll pay. Not like some people. But when she heard the price, $300,000, her jaw dropped. What? How much? That's $300,000. Will you be paying with cash, credit, or an installment plan? $300,000? Just $300,000? Is it too late to make a run for it? Liam, like a mini CEO, presented a black card. It's only $300,000, just charge it. The two employees' eyes widened in shock. Oh my god, that's an unlimited top-tier VIP black card. Isabella was also stunned. How is that possible? She was kicked out of the family 5 years ago without a penny to her name. How does she have so much money now? Liam said, Don't even bother trying to figure it out, lady. You couldn't possibly imagine. After all, you're just a brainless woman who only knows how to threaten, frame, and scheme against others, only to end up a disgraced woman wandering the streets. Arya couldn't believe her son. This kid's sharpness is a double-edged sword. But now wasn't the time to think about that. This child, and that black card. Liam saw her expression and guessed her thoughts. Oh crap. Has this lady finally figured out who I am? But no. Arya whispered to her son. Leo, tell mommy the truth. Did you steal that card? Oh, so Leo is Pudding's real name. Wow, this lady really is slow on the uptake. My dad on the other side has probably figured it out by now. At the Kwan mansion, the assistant was peeking through a window. CEO Kwan, I don't see the young master anywhere. I've been standing here for 6 hours. I feel like some kind of pervert. Caden, watching his son's room via a hidden camera, said, No, he'll definitely show up. And sure enough, Pudding poked his head out to scout the area. Ah, he's here! Pudding giggled. Ha 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 ha, no one's home. It's time to make my move. My little prosperous stocks, here I come! Whoa, time to cash out. Mommy's account number is... The transaction was completed in a flash. Haha, now I should... Before he could finish, Caden said, Move in! At his word, bodyguards swarmed in and surrounded Pudding. What's going on? Caden smirked. You dare to sell 5 million of my shares? You're quite something, little guy. The money was transferred to an Arya An, correct? Let's invite her over as our guest. That evening, after Arya returned home, you found this card at the auction? Oh my god, that place is full of rich people. If they find out we spent their money, Mommy couldn't pay them back even if I sold everything we own. Liam paid her no mind, picking up one of Pudding's comics titled, Mr. CEO, You're So Naughty. Arya thought for a moment, then took out her laptop. Maybe I can just hack it. Liam was exasperated. I feel like you're challenging the very dignity of the law. In our country, anyone who damages the system will be punished. Just then her phone rang. Hello, who's this? It was Adrian White, her father. Arya, it's Dad. You've been gone for 5 years without a word. I was so worried about you. Arya thought grimly. You weren't worried when my mother was killed. You weren't worried when I was nearly stabbed to death. So why the sudden concern now? Can 5 years really grow a conscience in a man? Of course not. She said, Oh, really? Adrian replied, Yes. Come home tomorrow. It's your Aunt Maya's birthday and we're planning a party. As a man, I don't know what women like. Could you help me pick out a gift for her? Of course, I'll be sure to prepare a grand gift. She hung up. Maya Zhao asked, Well? Did she agree? Of course she did. No matter what, I'm still her father. How could she refuse when I asked? Maya's eyes gleamed with greed. Isabella said she has a top-tier VIP black card. With that much money, it's only right that she show some filial piety to you. Don't worry. Even if I have to tie her up, I'll make her hand over the money. The next day at the party, Arya entered holding her son's hand. Wow, who is that? She's beautiful. Is that handsome little boy her son? He's so cute. Isabella and Sean came to greet them. Well, well, if it isn't my dear older sister, have you prepared a birthday gift for Mom yet? I'll let you off the hook for now, seeing as you have a little money. Arya said coldly, Don't older sister me, it's disgusting. As for the gift, don't be in such a hurry, you'll see it soon enough. Soon after, the party began. Welcome everyone to the birthday party for my wife Maya. First, I'd like to extend my sincerest thanks to all of you for being here. Suddenly, Sean approached her. Arya, can we talk? I've been thinking about you this whole time. Even though you're not a virgin anymore and you have a child, I don't hold it against you. Please, come back to me. Arya scoffed. Come back to you? And what about Isabella? I must have been blind back then. How could I have fallen for such a scumbag? Sean said. I was just playing around with her. Now touching her feels like touching myself. There's no spark. I'll buy you a separate apartment. You two will have nothing to do with each other. Arya was speechless. So much bullshit, I don't even know where to start cursing him out. Liam, sitting beside her, shot him a sharp look. You dare try to steal my woman? Are you worthy? The glare made Sean freeze. What the hell? Why am I getting intimidated by a little kid? Suddenly, the large screen on the stage lit up, displaying images of Isabella and Maya in bed with other men. Oh my god, what is that? The people on the screen look so familiar. It's Isabella and Maya. Isabella screamed, Turn it off! Turn it off now! Maya tried to explain to her husband, It's not what it looks like. Let me explain. The guests chattered. I can't believe it. That mother and daughter are truly something else. Poor Mr. White. What's there to feel sorry about? He's the one who abandoned his first wife for a mistress. Serves him right. This party is getting exciting. Arya held up a green frosted cupcake. So, this is the innocent girl you like, Mr. Sean? The color of this frosting is so refreshing. It's very calming, perfect for you right now. Would you like a taste? Sean was seeing red. He'd been cheated on spectacularly. Isabella tried to explain. I didn't. Sean, you have to believe me. This is all her fault. Arya, I'm going to kill you. But before she could move, Arya caught her hand. Kill me? Isabella, I didn't die 5 years ago, so don't even think you'll get a second chance. From now on, the only thing you deserve from me is a slap. With that, she slapped her across the face. Maya shrieked. Arya, you're so cruel. Years ago, when you came home pregnant and didn't know who the father was, your own father wanted to beat you to death, and I was the one who begged him to spare you. And now you frame my daughter and me, and you bring this bastard child back with you. At that moment, our handsome CEO strode in, looking devastatingly cool. You dare call my son a bastard? Do you have a death wish? Isabella's eyes lit up at the sight of the handsome man. Wow, he's gorgeous. Maya, however, was terrified. Oh God, am I about to die? Caden looked at Liam. Get over here now. Liam hid behind Arya's dress, not daring to move forward. Daddy? Arya chimed in. Hey kid, what nonsense are you spouting? Your father was hit by a car, his brains were splattered everywhere from the explosion. How could he possibly be alive? Caden and Liam were both speechless. This woman is a lost cause. Isabella shrieked. Are you trying to scare me? A bastard like him actually has a father? 5 years ago, you were kicked out of the house pregnant. She thought to herself, Sean is nothing compared to Caden Kwan. I need to figure out how to marry CEO Kwan. Adrian White added, That's right. CEO Kwan, don't let this disgraceful daughter of mine tarnish your eyes. Since you're here, shall we go upstairs to talk? Liam was at a loss for words. Like father, like daughter, the IQ is the same. Dad is so angry right now he looks like he's about to bury them alive. And indeed he was. Caden's face was dangerously dark. Bastard? Disgraceful daughter? Do you have any idea that she is my woman? The crowd, munching on this huge piece of gossip, was in disbelief. What is happening? So CEO Kwan isn't just raising another man's child? This high society drama is way better than those trashy videos. This trip was definitely worth it. Arya thought, what is wrong with this Caden Kwan guy? We've never even met, and now I'm his woman? But if I can use his power to get some revenge, it wouldn't be so bad. Darling, she purred. They didn't just bully me, they bullied our son too. What do you think we should do about it? Please don't reject me, dude, or this will be super embarrassing. Caden looked at her, amused. He wrapped an arm tightly around her. Remember the faces of these fools who only know how to bite. Then, to everyone's astonishment, they simply walked away. Shut the gates and beat the dogs! Ouch! CEO Kwan, we were wrong, please stop. Once outside, Arya was bewildered. You're Caden Kwan, right? Why did you take my son? But her real son was in the car, crying his eyes out. Mommy, Pudding is right here! Arya was still in a daze. Huh? Has my son been cloned? Pudding banged on the window, sobbing. Silly mommy, I'm your real son. Kettle to kettle. Do you read me? Over. Wah! It finally clicked for Arya. That was the secret code only she and Pudding knew. And so mother and son were tearfully reunited. Pudding, Mommy's here! The father and son pair looked at each other, then at the emotional reunion of the other two. As for their own father-son dynamic, let's not talk about it. What on earth happened? Did we take the wrong kid? Caden handed her a folder. This is the DNA test result for me and Pudding. Arya stared at it, confused. You two are father and son? Suddenly, the image from 5 years ago flashed in her mind. No, please don't. You can't escape me. Miss Anne? Miss Anne, what's wrong? Why aren't you saying anything? Arya still hadn't recovered. The man from 5 years ago was Caden Kwan? But Isabella said he was an old man. How did he become Caden Kwan? And Caden didn't even know I existed. What really happened 5 years ago? I only remember giving birth to one child, so where did the other one come from? Pudding, seeing his mother's distress, grew worried. Mommy, what's wrong? Don't leave Pudding. Liam was also concerned. Hey, are you okay? Arya ruffled both boys' hair. I'm fine. Caden said, Miss Anne, it seems you've calmed down. So, name your price. How much money do you want to leave Pudding with the Kwan family? Arya hugged her son tightly. Mr. Kwan, are you trying to buy my son? Whatever your conditions are, I will never agree. Goodbye. Back then, I wanted the child in my womb to be born safely, even if it took my last breath. Pudding is my life. I will never let him take my son away. Caden said, Don't you want to know the truth about 5 years ago? To be honest, that night I was drugged and not in control of myself. I have no idea who the woman in the room was. As for Liam, he was brought to me by my butler one day. Besides a DNA test confirming our relationship and the news that the child's mother had died before giving birth, I had no other clues. It wasn't until I met you and Pudding that I had a chance to investigate the past. Besides, I will not allow my son to be raised outside my family. Arya raised her voice. I desperately want to know the truth, but if the price is Pudding, then I don't need it. Miss Anne, whatever I want, I get by any means necessary. Do you understand? Pudding retorted, You're mean for bullying my mommy. I'll sell your house and all your stocks. Do you understand? Caden looked at him. Keep talking, and you and your mom will be separated for real. Liam tugged on Arya's dress. What about me? Don't you want me, Mommy? I'm also very well behaved and easy to raise. If you don't want my little brother to be alone, you could stay with us too. Arya looked at the adorable boy. Oh my God, who could resist that? Caden thought. Staying together makes sense, but how do I get her to agree? Arya said, Your name is Liam, right? If you stay with Caden Kwan, you'll have the best of everything. I don't have that kind of financial stability. If you come with me, you'll only have a hard life. Pudding said, Mommy, you don't have to worry about that. You have $50 million now, so raising the two of us won't be a problem. Huh? What do you mean? Caden said, Miss Anne, I forgot to mention, that's the fee for Pudding's stay with me these past few days. Not to mention he sold my shares, totaling a loss of $50 million for me. All in all, it's not much. You owe me a total of $72,139,000. Hearing that number, Arya froze on the spot, metaphorically dying. Caden continued, But, since Pudding is my son, if Miss Anne agrees to move into the Kwan estate and live with Liam, we can consider this debt cleared. Arya's eyes lit up. Really? Of course. What about rent and utilities? All covered. What about breakfast, lunch, dinner, late-night snacks, and junk food? All included. And my son? Still yours. Arya beamed, seizing the opportunity. Pudding, Liam, get in the car. We're going to be freeloaders. Liam was exasperated. Oh, this clueless woman. No, I have to call her Mommy now. Silly Mommy. This was Dad's plan all along. But I guess this isn't so bad. Soon they arrived at the mansion. Holy cow, so this is how the richest man in Viridian City lives? This place is insane. The butler and staff bowed. Welcome, Miss Anne. I am Lee, the head butler. Your room is this way. Please follow me. The moment they entered the room, mother and son collapsed onto the bed. Oh my God, it's so soft, I could die. Liam, come here. Liam was torn between wanting to join and wanting to maintain his cool demeanor. I don't need to do that. Come on, don't be like your dad. That grumpy face makes you look old and cranky. You're a kid, you should be laughing like this. Haha, this little rascal is trying to run away. Haha, stop tickling me. Haha. Caden watched them play, a smile touching his lips. This isn't bad at all. Pudding grabbed his hand and pulled him over. Daddy, don't you want to play? You should sleep with Mommy tonight. What, sleep together? What are you two thinking? In the living room, the butler was on the phone. Yes, madam. The two children are twins. The young master has also brought the woman back here. Somehow it was the next morning. Arya was sleeping soundly. hugging her two sons. "Ugh, I'm so tired. Why is my whole body so sore?" "Last night," Pudding said, "Mommy, let's have Daddy sleep with us." "Him? No way." "Dad, Mom said no way." "What? No way?" Arya panicked. "Hey, wait, why does that sound like it has a completely different meaning?" Caden said, "Well then, let's have Miss Ann test whether I'm no way or not." "Hey, wait, don't come over here." Soon they were having a massive pillow fight on the bed, laughing and playing. "Mommy, go, whack, whack. You got him." They played like that late into the night. She had no idea where that annoying Caden Kwan had gone off to. Whatever. Nothing is more important than sleep. She rolled over to get more comfortable, and her hand brushed against the bare skin of the man beside her. "Huh? There's a thief." She gasped, but before she could scream, Caden clamped a hand over her mouth and gestured for silence. "Don't scream. The kids are still sleeping." She nodded. "Wait, he's still sleeping here? I thought he went back to his own room." Then her hand unconsciously drifted to his abs. But I have to admit, CEO Kwan's body isn't half bad. Her eyes lit up, the clear sign of a woman losing her mind over a hot guy. Caden grabbed her hand and pinned it down. "Miss Anne, what do you think you're doing?" "Oh, I was just—" At that moment, the butler walked in. "Young master, the master and madam are—" "Oh my God," Arya stammered. "Butler, it's not what you think." The butler covered his face shyly. "Oh dear, I didn't mean to, sniffle sniffle." Arya was bewildered. Is he revealing some kind of weird personality trait? Just then, the two boys woke up. "Go, Daddy! Go! Charge!" Arya was speechless. And these two? Charge what? What on earth is going through your heads? Caden found the situation hilarious and let out a chuckle. "Ha ha. What are you laughing at? Stop laughing and get off me." "Sorry, it's just, I haven't seen Butler Lee act like that in years. It brought back some memories." "Get up." Arya said whatever, but still held out her hand for him to pull her up. As she stood, she slipped on a toy ball, falling back onto the bed, and pulling Caden down on top of her. Heh. This fall wasn't so bad. But Arya panicked again at the familiar scene, because Caden's parents had just walked in and witnessed this for the second time. Sweet heavens. A short while later, everyone was gathered in the living room. They had been sitting in silence for 10 minutes. Arya's face was beet red. "Is there a hole I can crawl into?" Caden's father, Mr. Kwan Sr., spoke first. "Well, Caden, we heard you found your son and wanted to come see, but we didn't expect to walk in on this." "All right, let's not beat around the bush," Mrs. Kwan said. "I do not approve of this woman entering our Kwan family." Arya sputtered. Ma'am, what are you talking about?" Mrs. Kwan said. "Don't play hard to get. Even if you have two sons, we will not acknowledge you. A common family is not worthy of our Caden." Arya was speechless. This woman's brain seems to operate on soap opera logic. Caden said, "And what if I want to marry her?" That statement made Arya even more flustered. "Dude, the more you say that, the less I can explain myself." What followed was a chaotic argument. "Absolutely not. The children can stay, but she must go. I don't care. You must remember that I am your mother. The woman I found for you 5 years ago was not her. She's a fake. But she's the mother of my sons. Caden, you're being foolish. It's my life. It has nothing to do with you." Arya couldn't take it anymore and stood up. "Enough. I have 2 things to say, so listen carefully. First, I am not marrying Caden Kwan. What you saw earlier was a misunderstanding. Believe it or not, I don't care. Second, don't even think about taking Pudding from me, or I will make sure you never know peace again. And third, you said you only had 2 things. I feel like adding a third, so what? Third you mentioned 5 years ago, didn't you? Then tell me what you know. Tell me the whole truth about what happened back then." That year, because Caden never had a girlfriend, I was afraid he liked men. So I found a woman for him. To make sure everything went perfectly, I put something in Caden's drink. But we never imagined the waiter would take him to the wrong room. Afterwards, we did everything we can to find that girl and secretly followed her. Until one day there was a car accident. Butler Lee went to the scene and brought the baby home. Ask him about the rest. The butler was reluctantly dragged into the story. "Well, when I arrived, I only saw one child. And Miss Anne, she didn't seem to have any signs of life. I didn't think there could still be another child in her womb." Arya clenched her fists. "So why didn't you check to see if I was really dead and call a hospital?" Yes, I'm truly sorry." "Right, fine. The truth about 5 years ago is out. So what now, Mr. Kwan?" Caden was deep in thought. "I thought she showed up with Pudding out of nowhere because she wanted money or had some other motive. But it turns out she was a victim, and I tried to trade money with her. How humiliating. I really just want to find a hole to crawl into." Mr. Kwan Sr. said, "We can offer Miss Anne a large sum of money." Before he could finish, Caden cut him off. "Dad, Not everything can be solved with money. I will compensate her in my own way. The weather has been nice lately. You two should take a trip abroad to relax. Butler Lee, please see them out. Hey, you've got some nerve. Are you kicking us out? Master, madam, this way, please. Mrs. Kwan said, don't make a scene. Our son controls the whole company. If we keep this up, it won't look good for either side. Besides, isn't there still Gia? She's Caden's fiancée. If she so much as coughs, Caden always listens. Let's just go, to hell with it. Arya said, Mr. Kwan, you mentioned compensating me? It doesn't have to be anything complicated. Just clearing my debt would be enough. He stepped closer to her. That's impossible. But you could reconsider what I said before. Arya's heart pounded at his proximity. Why is he suddenly so close? What was he talking about? What was it? Liam said, Little brother, do you think a traditional Chinese-style wedding or a Western-style wedding would be more suitable? Pudding replied, I think we're about to get a little sister. Liam nodded. That's logical. Meanwhile, at Isabella's house. What? Break off the engagement? Impossible! You want to go find Arya, don't you? After everything, you're still thinking about that bitch? If that's what you want to think, there's nothing I can do. In any case, we're not getting married. Maya Zhao pleaded, Sean, our white family has treated you well. Can't you forgive Isabella this one time for the sake of your years together? One time? Ma'am, you know she's promiscuous and reckless. She was cheating on me while we were still engaged. And you're desperately trying to push a woman like that on me? Do you think I'm a garbage dump? And you're so much better. Every 3 minutes you wanted me to experience your bigness. I think you should change your name to Sean the Horny. As soon as the words left her mouth, Sean slapped her. We are never getting married? He slammed the door and left. Isabella sobbed. If it weren't for Arya, that video would never have been leaked. Boo-hoo. No matter how much Caden Kwan helps you, I refuse to believe he'll still want you after he sees the video of you from that night. The next day, Arya was on her computer, checking her family's company status. I didn't expect Adrian White to manage Mom's company well, but I never thought it would be losing this much money. If I hadn't hacked into the company accounts, I never would have seen this. He even dared to cook the books. Adrian White, you'll be seeing a pair of handcuffs very soon. Mom, just you wait. I will take back everything that belongs to you. Liam was standing outside the door, watching her. Pudding spoke through a walkie-talkie. Peanut is in position, requesting status report on Target 1 from Chestnut. Over. Liam, Target 1 is illegally accessing another person's computer, currently treading the line of criminal activity. Requesting status report on Target 2 from Peanut. Over. Pudding, who was spying on Caden in his study. Target 2 is still conducting research. Over. Caden rubbed his head, which was starting to ache. I think I can hear them. Is having 2 kids in the house always this noisy? Pudding, report, Peanut has been spotted by the target, retreating immediately. Over. Outside the door, Gia An had arrived to visit Caden. Miss Gia, the young master has given strict orders not to be disturbed by anyone. Handsome Butler Lee, please let me in. Look, I made this especially for Caden. It won't be as good if it gets cold. Pudding, running around the house, accidentally bumped into Gia. Is that you, Liam? Why are you in such a hurry? Pudding reported into his comms. Unidentified life form has appeared. Danger level unknown. What do you mean, unidentified life form? Liam, it's me, your Auntie Gia. Don't you remember? Oh my god, it's a monster. Hello, Liam said. Pudding, get over here. Gia was confused. Where did another one come from? It seemed what the butler said was true. Caden really did have another son, a twin. That meant the other woman was here too. I've been wanting to see what this little vixen looks like. Caden, where are you? Your mother told me to come visit. Miss Anne, you can't go in, Liam said to Pudding. The detective game is on hold. We have something more important to deal with. Yes, sir. But brother, who is this auntie? She's the fiancé that Grandpa chose for Dad. Huh? Fiancé? Then what about Mommy? Don't worry, Dad can't stand her. You can tell just by looking at her. She's the type who's had an arranged marriage since childhood but gets rejected, so she keeps coming up with pathetic schemes. Unfortunately, she's not very bright, so she keeps getting slapped in the face. You know Dad would never marry someone like that. That's logical. Caden slowly walked down the stairs, his expression stern. Butler Lee, I said no one was to disturb me. What is this? Miss Gia insisted on coming in. I couldn't stop her. Caden, don't blame Butler Lee. I just missed you so much. Look, I made your favorite lotus seed soup. She thought to herself, I'm the fiancé acknowledged by the Kwan family. As for that other woman, are you even worthy? Caden stood there silent. Gia continued, Caden, here you go. He turned his head away coldly. Give it to Butler Lee. Hey, where are you going? Caden said nothing and walked back upstairs. Gia pouted. Honestly, So busy and so thoughtless? How can you be so cold to me? The butler thought grimly. It's not that. He just doesn't want to see you. Gia said, well, I'll just go to the kitchen. I want to do something to make Caden happy. Miss Gia, the door is that way. Please don't make things difficult for me. Gia schemed. You want to kick me out before I've even seen that vixen's face? I'm not going anywhere. Arya, meanwhile, had finished her work. Phew, finally done. Is it almost dinner time? I'm starving. Weird, why is it so quiet? Where did those two rascals run off to? Huh? What's this? The table was laden with a feast of delicacies. Whoa, what's the special occasion? Just then, Gia emerged from the kitchen. Huh? You're... As she stood there, confused, Liam called out, Mommy! There you are. What game were you playing? You're all sweaty. Gia finally realized who this was. The mother of the two boys. So this was her. She's nothing special, just a bit bustier than me. Liam thought, that Gia woman was bullying me earlier when Dad wasn't around. Arya said, what's wrong, sweetheart? Did your detective game with pudding go well this afternoon? Mommy is so naive. I absolutely cannot let Gia hurt her. Gia approached them. Hey, so you're the woman Caden brought back? Let me tell you, I'm the... Before she could finish, Arya cut her off. Caden's new cook, right? Gia's face turned livid. What did you say? Arya said, well, the food tastes okay, but some of the dishes would be better if they were a bit firmer. Food that's too soft isn't good for the kid's jaw development. Where's your little brother? Go call him for dinner. Liam replied, he's playing outside. Come with me to find him, Mom. Okay, let's go get him together. Liam thought, I've hidden pudding. He won't show up unless I call him. Right now, I just need to get Mom away from here and wait for Dad to show up. Then everything will be fine. Gia's face darkened with rage. She's treating me like a servant, and now she wants to eat the food I made specially for Caden? What did you say? Gia, furious, grabbed a pot of hot food, intending to throw it at Arya. I said, I'm the mistress of this house. Arya's eyes widened. This is bad. Liam is still next to me. Without a second thought, she grabbed Liam and shielded him with her body as the pot of food spilled all over her back. Mommy! Caden witnessed the entire scene. Gia was terrified. Caden? Caden's eyes blazed with fury. What did you just do? Gia stammered. Caden, I didn't mean to. Caden ignored her completely, rushing to Arya's side. Are you okay? Are you burned? I'm fine. She said she's the mistress of this house. Who is she? Her name is Gia An, daughter of Marcus An from the An Corporation. Our families have business ties. My parents wanted me to marry into the An family, but I refused. Is that so? So she's a self-proclaimed mistress. Well, if I proclaim myself a queen, does that mean I can dump a bowl of soup on her? No, that would be letting her off too easy. You didn't just try to dump soup on me, you tried to hurt Liam. How about we put you in a pot and cook you? How does that sound? Gia was stunned. This woman seems clueless one moment and sharp as a knife the next. She's just trying to use Caden's power to act tough. Gia thought, my father is here. Even if Caden doesn't like me, he wouldn't dare do anything to me. A tiger wouldn't dare make a move, let alone a seductive little tramp like you. As long as I deny it, what can you do? So Gia put on an act, looking aggrieved. I slipped just now. I didn't expect this to happen. I adore Liam. Why would I ever want to hurt him? Liam said, enough. Stop pretending. A minute ago, you grabbed my hand and called me a bastard. Wasn't that enough? You had to bully my mommy too? I didn't say that. Still denying it? You're just the fiancé my grandpa picked. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to embarrass Dad. You think I'm afraid of you? Gia said, my nails are just too long. I must have scratched you by accident. Caden, you believe me, right? Caden's voice was ice cold. Gia, after meeting you, I've learned that you are not only shameless, but also believe yourself to be perfectly reasonable. Out of respect for your father, I'll allow you to get the hell out on your own this time. Next time, I won't be so polite. Now, disappear. Gia, humiliated, ran out crying. She ran off pretty fast. Mommy, let me see your back. It's okay, sweetie. Your mom is so tough. How could I? Ouch. Ow, ow, that hurts. Daddy, get some burn cream for Mom. Soon a maid brought the medicine. Miss An, here's the cream. For it to absorb better, please lie down like this for now, without any clothes on. Okay, thank you. Does it hurt a lot, Mommy? Let Pudding blow on it for you. Mommy's fine. Liam, what are you doing standing back there? Come here. Liam said, I failed to protect you. Silly boy, you protected Pudding so well today. That's right. From now on, this is how our family will work. You'll be in charge of protecting your little brother, and I'll be in charge of protecting both of you. Then who will protect Mommy? Caden appeared suddenly like a god. I will. Miss Anne, will you give me a chance? You? Yes, from now on I will protect you. Arya thought, Does anyone know how to say sweet nothings for free? Who's responsible for all this trouble in the first place? And you'll protect me? I'd probably be dead 800 times over by the time you showed up. Wait, money? The incident with Gia reminded her that no matter how comfortable life at the Kwan estate was, she was still a freeloader. She still had to rely on Caden. It was an uncomfortable feeling. 70 million was a huge number, but not impossible to pay back. Once the debt was cleared, Caden would have no reason to keep her here, and she would be free. However, to pay off the debt, she needed to fleece the sheep a little faster. Caden Kwan, come here. The moment Pudding saw his mom's smile, he knew, uh-oh, it's the honey trap. Caden came closer. What's wrong? Are you uncomfortable somewhere? Did you mean what you said about protecting me? Yes, I don't lie. When I say I'll protect you, I won't go back on my word. Pudding said, let's go. This is a scene kids shouldn't watch. Arya said, thank you. I have a small favor to ask. Do you have Gia's contact information? I'm injured now and can't go to work, and I have children to raise. Could you help me contact her and ask her to compensate me? She calculated internally, with Caden's personality, he would never go looking for Gia. Caden said, forget about contacting her. I don't want anything to do with her. As for the compensation, I'm partly responsible for this, so I will take care of it. Arya was secretly thrilled. Old man, that's exactly what I was waiting for you to say. Oh my, are you serious? Next, I just need to make him lose his mind. Mr. Kwan, you're such a good person. He said, it's nothing. She said, if that's the case, I'll reluctantly. Let's start calculating. I refuse to believe any man can resist this move. Heh. With that thought, she pretended to trip on a towel and fell right into his arms. Whoops, sorry, I tripped on something. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm a little shaken. Let's continue with what we were talking about. Let's calculate the compensation. You provided the burn cream, but the wound is on my body and the pain is in your heart. Based on CEO Kwan's net worth, 10 million should be enough. In his current state, Caden basically heard nothing. I didn't notice before, but she smells so good. She continued. In any case, this incident scared me and worried our 2 children, so we'll need to add compensation for emotional distress. And then there's the fee for forcibly removing that evil supporting actress, and the family protection fee. A total of 30 million should do it, right? As expected, her ultimate honey trap move had turned him into a statue. She went on, we can just deduct it from my previous debt. That means I'll only owe you 10,139,000, okay? Your leg? Is it better? The way we're positioned? She cut him off. Nope, still needs a little more time. Don't be in a hurry, I'm not done fleecing this sheep yet, haha! Oh, right, my computer skills are pretty good. Your company is so big. Could you hire me? Need much, just an annual salary of 5 million. Deal? How could Caden resist this? Damn it, she's so cute. She just said she'd come to his company and then what? He couldn't focus at all. What was that? Wait, his little brother was, oh no, I need to get out of here fast. I'll consider it. I just remembered I have something to do. But how could she let him go now? I'm so close to success. I can't let him get away. Hey, don't push me, she said, grabbing his shirt and pulling him down on top of her again. Oh dear. She's really testing his self-control. She said pitifully, Mr. Kwan, I understand. If you don't want me to come to your company, you could have just said so. You didn't have to push me like that. My back is injured, it hurts. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. I'll notify HR immediately. You can start at the company next Monday. Wow, really? Thank you. My honey trap is the best in the world. A little shameless, maybe, but Mr. Kwan, I'll be saying goodbye to you very soon. Why is he walking so strangely? Her phone rang. Hello, who is this? It was Vanessa Wang. Oh my God, Arya, it's been so long. You're really alive? We grew up together like sisters. Do you remember me? Of course I remember. I was in a car accident, not amnesia. Back then, you and Isabella were so close you could have shared a pair of pants. And the idea to drug me? That was your suggestion to Isabella. How could I forget my good sister? Besides, my hand has yet to slap your face. Vanessa said, that's great. To celebrate your return, I'm throwing a special party. Let's meet tomorrow, okay? Don't stand me up. All right, I'll definitely be there. She hung up. Vanessa said to Isabella, Isabella, I've set it up for you. Thank you. I can only rely on you right now. This is for you. Oh my, you shouldn't have. Isn't this your favorite necklace? It's nothing. As long as you can help me kill her, you can have whatever you want later. Arya seduced Sean and forced him to break off our engagement. I will not let her get away with this. Don't you worry. Once she's on my turf, even if she doesn't die, she'll be skinned alive. Arya thought, why was she so insistent on meeting at that specific place? She looked it up online. It was a newly built horse ranch. Does Vanessa think I'm still the naive, crying little girl I used to be? Underestimating me will cost you dearly. Thankfully, I have Caden to watch the kids. With them out of the house, I'm so free. It's rare to get such a good night's sleep. Suddenly, she got a text message. It was from Caden. He'd sent a picture of the two boys climbing all over him, and she burst out laughing. He texted, "How do I get them to sleep? I thought if I let them play until they were tired, they'd fall asleep, but they don't want to. I've been playing with them for 3 hours." Pudding was sitting on Caden's head, ecstatic. "Giddy up, big horse!" Arya was crying with laughter. Knowing Pudding's personality, he's probably going to torture Caden to death. She texted back, "Letting them play before bed will only make them more hyper. Try telling Pudding a story before bed. He'll fall asleep fast, I guarantee it." Caden read the message and looked at his sons, exasperated. "Tell a story?" "Liam, Pudding, come here, Daddy will tell you a story." "Wow, is it the one Mommy used to tell? Once upon a time there was a queen who wished for a child with skin as white as snow." "Oh, I know this one, I know it. Mommy tells it all the time. Then the queen died. The king married another woman who became the princess's stepmother. The stepmother wanted to harm the princess. And after the princess managed to escape, she met a prince. Then the princess used the prince's power to return to the kingdom and kick out the evil stepmother and the heartless old king." Caden was a little confused. "Use the prince's power?" Liam asked. "And then what? Did the princess and the prince live happily ever after?" "Nope. In the end, the princess took the throne and became queen, and the prince wasn't important anymore." Caden was getting more and more confused. Not important anymore? That's right. Mommy says that men with power have 3 wives and 4 concubines, and it's the same for women. Once you have a new love, who remembers the old one? Love is just something to trick little kids with. It's not as real as a chicken leg. Caden was speechless at Arya's method of child-rearing. Just then, there was a loud crash from outside. "Butler Lee, what was that?" "It was me, young master. My heart is broken. I was just bringing you a glass of milk and I overheard this. Why can't the prince and princess be together? Oh, my beautiful fairy tale love story is ruined. Miss Anne, your coffee." "Oh, thank you. What's wrong with you?" "Mommy, it's because of the story I told yesterday." "Snow White?" "Huh? What about that story?" The butler, sniffling, said, "Miss Anne, aren't the princess and the prince supposed to be together? Aren't they together because of love?" "Of course not. The princess and the prince get together to exchange benefits between their kingdoms. Just like the fairy tale says, the probability of love at first sight is close to 0. People are so complicated, how can you decide on a person the moment you meet them?" Caden said, "I don't think so. Close to 0 isn't 0. Even if the probability is just a fraction of a percent, it can still happen. And maybe, she's standing right in front of me." Whoa. This time it was his turn to drop a huge flirt bomb, making her blush beet red. Well, you can think whatever you want. Crap, this Caden Kwan guy learns fast. He already knows how to tease people. "I'm done eating, you guys enjoy." A man's mouth is nothing but a deceiving demon, so annoying. Caden said, "I'm not lying, it's up to you." The butler and the 2 boys were enjoying the show. Who needs fairy tales? This was the real-life version. Love comes so fast, like a whirlwind. That morning, at the meeting spot, Vanessa was on the phone with Isabella. "Don't you worry. Do you think I don't know what kind of person Arya is? She's not athletic at all. Forget riding a horse, she's probably never even touched one. She probably never imagined she was coming here to ride today. So I prepared an outfit for her. After she gets on the horse, this outfit will tear to shreds. And even better, the horse I've prepared for her is the most ferocious one at the stables. If she falls, she'll be crippled, if not dead." Isabella, standing in front of the Kwan Group building, said, "That's perfect. Don't worry. If this works, you'll be well rewarded." I refuse to believe Caden Kwan will still want a cripple. Besides, I have this now. Just as she hung up, Arya arrived. "Vanessa, I'm here." "Oh, you're here?" Vanessa's eyes widened in shock. Arya was dressed in a stunning professional riding outfit that completely overshadowed her own. "It's been a while." What's going on? She's wearing a riding outfit? Did she know she was coming here to ride today? Why are you wearing that? I looked it up online and saw this place just opened a riding school. Besides, Vanessa, you're a person with ulterior motives. Whatever you've prepared for me probably isn't ordinary. I had to take precautions against any potential disasters, right? Oh, right. Why do I feel like she's insulting me? Arya, I was afraid you wouldn't know we were riding today, so I prepared an outfit for you. To be honest, your style is a little outdated. This style is all the rage right now. Why don't you try it on? Oh, really? Thanks. She thought to herself, coarse fabric, clumsy stitching. This is definitely no good. If Vanessa specially prepared it, then I should take a closer look. A simple, down-to-earth style meaning ugly and tacky, with see-through material meaning cheap. It really is your style. It's a pity I won't wear it. You should keep it. It not only suits you but is also very comfortable. Vanessa looked at herself and realized it was true. You can be smug now, but you'll be crying later. A little later, a stable hand brought a horse over. Since this is your first time, this is the gentlest horse in our stables. It's perfect for you. She smirked internally. This is the horse that not even the trainers can tame. I can't wait to see you fall. Arya inspected the horse. Really? Suitable for a beginner? It looks more like a wild stallion. Is she trying to humiliate me in front of everyone? Vanessa said, It suits you perfectly. Go on, try it. With her personality, if I just say something, she'll take it as truth. So what if she was gone for 5 years? She's still a clueless idiot. In a flash, Arya mounted the horse with nimble, professional grace, leaving Vanessa gaping. Oh my God, she mounted it herself. How is that possible? Arya smirked. You think all I did was raise a son for 5 years? This lady learned everything. Knowing I wasn't athletic, I trained 100 times harder than anyone else, until I was no longer a weakling. To wear the crown, you must be able to bear its weight. Arya, with expert skill, coaxed the wild horse into a gentle walk. See? So well behaved. The stable hand was also stunned. Is this possible? Our trainers couldn't even tame him. Shut up, you fool. Arya smiled. Oh, is that so? But you just said this horse was perfect for a beginner. Vanessa stammered. No, Arya said. You're right. I am just a beginner, and I can't control this horse. Giddy up. Don't run over here. Arya yelled. Oh no, I can't control him. What do I do? Get out of the way, Vanessa, or you'll get trampled. Vanessa was terrified. You think I can't see you holding the reins? If you're going to pretend, at least make it look real. Arya ramped up the theatrics. Go faster, or you'll get trampled. Arya, you're not human. Help me. I won't do it again. At the Kwan Group building, CEO Kwan, a Miss White is here to see you. She says she has information about Miss Arya An. Arya's sister. What information could she have? Let her in. The moment Isabella walked in, her eyes lit up. Damn, he's so handsome. He's even more handsome when he's working. Caden said, I'm busy. Get straight to the point. But this is a long story. Then make it short. Also, your perfume is too strong. Please step away from me. What? Is there really a man who doesn't fall for me on sight? Arya, what kind of love potion did you give him? I refuse to believe he won't get angry when he sees this. I came to talk about Arya. Look at this. She was this promiscuous 5 years ago, let alone now. I'm just afraid you're being used by a schemer, Mr. Kwan, and you don't even know you're being cheated on. I see. You can go now. That's it. Show her out. Yes, CEO Kwan. Wait, Mr. Kwan. This way, miss. Mr. Kwan, I still have more to say. Caden thought to himself, 5 years ago. Could it be that night?